Hello, this is Jen. We're going to talk about assignment 1 for FIT5225 cloud computing. So first of all, we have to create our server Python file first. So by first, we have to import our Flux to import necessary libraries and JSON base 64 and others. So first of all, we will go to our functions. Before we go to the function, we have to use this pattern app route to get the detection, the path to get the object detection running with post. Then we load the data in JSON format, and then we decode the image to the format that we want. Then after all, we store the ID of the image first. Then because the image have to be processed is empty array, so we have to further change it into this format, and then we insert it into the main function, which is allow us to run some YOLO config function. So as you can see here, the main we have to put in array, numpy array, then we insert it into do prediction. Do prediction is the way that we generate our result. We won't talk too much about do prediction because the main code is not really a focus. Then after that, we will delivery in this format and then return it back. So once we return it back, and then we will write it into this dictionary format in Python. Then we output it in JSON format. So after this one, let's go to the Docker file. So Docker file is about we have to install the Python 3.7 thing and then let it update with necessary libraries as well. And then this is my work directory, which is called Docker. And then we have to put our server file into it and then copy the requirements. What's the requirement for? The requirement is for installing as well. So what we install here is Flux, NumPy, OpenCV, Python below, and then base 64. And then also copy them into our directory and then install it and then run with this pattern. So after that, how we done? How we create an image is using this command as this. So as you can see here, once we use this command, let's see the one that I have generated before. So as you can see here, I have generated this image long time ago, like today's actually. So once we've done that, we have to run the Docker into as a container with this command. So as you can see previously, I already have done this, so that's why the mapping is already done here using 5000 and TCP. After that, once we've done that, let's go to cluster. So cluster, right, we have to show it like how I get the nodes, which is in this command. And then we have a master node and a workers node here, as you can see here. So what master is will be controlling the worker node. And then let's go to deployment file. So as you can see here, at first we're installing the API as version 1, and then this is deployment format, and then we put it name as Flux deployment, and then have a label of Flux in every pattern. And then this is a replica tree, means there's 3 pods will be generated. And we use this image build tree, which is previously I have said before. This is how I insert it into the pods, and then the policy for image is if not present, and then the container port is 5000, and our power is limited to 0.5 as well. And then the next one will be also the YML file, but it's called service. So service is this one. So as you can see here, because service help you to connect the new IP address of ports if port got into critical issue. So same here, we have the version 1, and then it is in service, and then name is called A1 service, and then also have the same tag as Flux, and the node port we put it as 31K, and then port is 5001, and target port is 5000. So do notice that target port have to be same as container port. After that, let's go to the next one, which is our Docker image. So previously I have done the Docker image, how to build it. So let's go to see actually how do we load the Docker image into the nodes, which is using this command. So this is where we load our image into every single pods. After that, let's see, this is my virtual machine. So as you can see, I have opened the port is 80 and 5000 in TCP way, so they can use it later. So what next is the port configuration. So the port configuration, we have to run this command, which is to have a overview. So as you can see, I already have three pods is running already. So so then we should have a test of it. And this is how I should call it. So do notice that this is my virtual machine address, which is giving over here. So as you can see, then now let's continue about this part. So it's actually working. So give it some time to have a run, let a smooth run. And then before that, let's go to our pods actually. So as you can see here, we already got the pods, right? So this is how we're gonna see whether the pods actually is running or not. So use this command logs, and then we have copied this net ID. Then give it a second to finish all the running first. Then we have a look on the actual log. So yep, it is done. So as you can see, our things is running fine. Our web service is running fine. So because previously I have imported the YOLO config, so it runs as well. But as you can see, it's sort of loading already. So let's go to the another one. So what's the next pod? The next pod is LVPQC. So yep, it's the same thing. So it's load balancing. And that's all. Thank you. Hope you have a good day. Bye bye.